British newspaper, the Iraqi Development Road will compete with the Suez Canal. 12% of global trade and 30% of global container traffic go through the Suez Canal. And now a large percentage of the world's wealth will soon be going through Iraq. This is huge. Iraq is becoming the crossroads of the Middle East. Al-Alaq, our critical position is very excellent. I was told, by my CBI contact, that thanks to the well-studied and wise financial policies of Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani's government, the country's monetary position has become very excellent. She confirmed the target for the project to delete the zeros is still set for late December/early 2025. When talking to a bank wealth manager/private banker, don't push, I got Dinar's ! Talk on the same level because she knows now what you know. These are the facts and this is what I want to know. You want to ask them, what is your fee you're going to charge me to exchange my currency at your bank? 2. What type of insurance do you have because FDIC only covers me for $250,000. Do you have supplemental insurance? Next thing you want to know is how are you going to be able to get your money out? What is the procedure for you to withdraw? Can you only withdraw $10,000 per week? Per day? What are my limitations? If I want physical cash, not electronic, how much can I take out? What are my limitations? Do you have lawyers? CPA? Bookkeepers? IRS agent? Would your lawyers be able to help you set up trust funds? I want to protect my money. Al-Alaq, the monetary situation in Iraq is very excellent, and the launch of Riyadh Bank is imminent. Article 2, monetary stability achieves economic stability and sustainable development. Article 3, banks are the most traded sector in the Iraqi market in terms of value. CBI records huge sales of more than $300 million in auction today. They keep telling us the auctions on US dollars will end this year. Many believe the target may be this week to end those auctions. Iraq continues to move in a positive direction. Let's hope this continues. For me, I'm happy about being invested into the Iraqi stock exchange. Long term, I think that's going to do a lot better than what the Iraqi dinar has to offer. That's just my opinion. But I'm more than confident you'll get more for your buck by being invested in the Iraqi stock exchange. Don't pay attention to anyone, don't trust anymore except for Sudani and what Sudani tells Alaq. Notice I removed Barzani from the trust circle. The Central Bank of Iraq, CBI, revealed, the country's imports rose significantly in 2024. The CBI mentioned in a report that Iraq's imports significantly increased by 158.1% in the first quarter of 2024 compared to the same period in 2023. Iraq's imports from Turkey increased by 32% in the first quarter of 2024 compared to the same period in 2023, according to the report. Question: I'm just curious, what if Parliament doesn't sign off before the 10th? Marks: if they don't make it, I'm still sticking around until they do. I still think we could see the RV before Christmas. Possibly in the next few days. Worst case scenario, by the end of January. What we're seeing now is a very clear picture of the monetary reform and where it's at. Its process may have been slow, but it is successful. The evidence shows the citizens are not going to fail and they are very eager to do this monetary reform as Sudani and Alaq have explained it to them. This year they were receiving the monetary reform education. There is still more education that will be coming, i.e. the pictures, the electronic boards. Most notably Trump and Macron. Nekovan Barzani meets world leaders in Paris. Quote, in response to an official invitation from French President Emmanuel Macron, Nekovan Barzani, president of the Kurdistan region, participated, along with a number of world leaders and presidents, in the reopening ceremony of the historic Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris. Today, Tuesday, Economic expert Abdul Rahman al-Moshadani expected an increase in the deficit in the financial budget by the end of this year and Iraq's inability to pay its debts to international institutions during the coming period. Al-Moshadani said in an interview with Al-Maluma agency, amending new paragraphs in the financial budget law will lead to raising the total budget to 250 trillion, and this is beyond the available capacity, and the planned deficit rate is 64 trillion dinars, and will rise to 30 trillion by the end of this year, noting that some proposals aim to gain electoral gains, considering that next year will witness the holding of general elections. He added that all expectations indicate that Iraq's debt will increase in the coming years and may reach more than 70% of the gross domestic product, and thus will affect the payment of salaries, as well as the payment of interest on the debt, and installments owed by Iraq to international institutions, indicating that this matter entails major economic and political issues. It is noteworthy that the House of Representatives had previously hosted Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani and his deputies, the Minister of Planning, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, and the Minister of Interior, where the amendments to the budget for next year 2025 were discussed. Mohsen Rezaei, Secretary of the Supreme Coordination Council of the heads of the three authorities and head of the Economic Committee of the Expediency Discernment Council in Iran, warned on Tuesday of the possibility of an attack on Iraq by 11,000 ISIS members who are training in an American camp in northern Syria. In a speech he delivered during the Iranian Aviation Industries Conference on the Iranian island of Kish, Rezaei said, "There is an American camp in northern Syria where 11,000 ISIS members and their families have been trained over the past 4 years." He warned that these elements may attack Mosul or Tikrit in Iraq in the coming months.